Okay, so today I'm creating the video. Uh, as before, it will be about how to create Soulslike game with no code using a game creator asset, game creator 2 in Unity. And today we will cover the inventory. And I actually did a lot of work yesterday implementing the inventory, and it will be really a lot of duplicating work if I try to do it from scratch now. So I will be showing you how it should be done if you want to do it fast. Given you already installed game creator and you have inventory examples and inventory items, so you can see all examples presented here and use them as the example for your work. I even copy pasted player HUD and chest template and the hotbars from here. I put hotbars under the player HUD so that they are in one canvas. So, and if you have one HUD, it's better to be just in one canvas always. So what you're going to do, what you need to do is to create, of course, a folder. And first of all, you need equipment slots. So it's created via create game creator inventory equipment. Here you specify your equipment slots, and you actually can specify the attachment bonds with the offset, but I won't need that, at least for now. For each equipment slot you need an equipment item, and there is a tricky thing that to create an actually equipment you need one parent equipment item. It should be empty, it won't display it anywhere. Name it equipment general or else. Then for each equipment type you want to create, you need to create one more item with the specification of what this item is about, including his properties and other stuff. It's being made via game creator inventory item. So that's it. And of course you can just duplicate previous ones, but in that case don't remember to regenerate the ID. So you created then equipment general, then you should add equipment general as a parent. It is needed to implement the proper sorting in the equipment tables for your character. So you say sort by equipment general and you got all equipment. Sort by armor, you got only armor. It will be needed later. For the armor, weapons, and the other stuff, you can specify sprite and text that will be displayed on hover, and sprites that will be displayed when the slot is empty. Here it is, I have it one. It's just for beauty. Then you want to have properties. It's okay to say inherit from parent here, even if the parent doesn't have any properties, it will work. And for the properties, you want to have property ID, and so property ID is the ID for you to type it when you want to specify what property you want to use. So it's used for formulas, for actions, and the text is a separate value that is displayed in the UI when the property is displayed, as well as the icon, as well as the color. And same for magic attack. So I have two here for now, but later it will be more. You definitely want to say that it should be equipable, and for other stuff you can just leave it empty, and for example yesterday I made a great sword, and now I actually created an item for the inventory for that great sword. So the parent is the weapon parent. For the name, for the description, for the sprite, I use the actual values. And you also can specify color if you want to make it. For example, if you want to make a great sword epic or legendary, you can specify color here, and then in the UI there will be setup that can that looks on the color here and can change your asset to the specific color. So for example, you can have a frame that usually is white, but if the color of the specific item is different, your frame will be blue or purple or something else. If you want to use parent items values, you need to definitely check here the checkbox inherit from parent, and the beauty of that is you have to worry only about the value itself, because the title, the icon, the color will be set up here. And by the way, don't forget to set it hide it if 0, so that it won't be displayed, so that it won't display, for example, magic attack plus 0. You don't need that. Or maybe you won't, do as you want. I just it's just my suggestion to you. So remember that our prefab is being with a great sword is being attached on the player via the weapon component, so we don't need prefab here unless you want to spawn it somewhere in the scene. Then you would probably need that. And for example, you can make a prefab that if the greatsword lays on the floor, you can interact with that and it will be picked up. And then in the inventory, you can say, I want to drop it, and then it will be dropped on the ground. And the same prefab with the interaction component will be dropped. I think I will do that in the future because it's greatly aligns with my main idea of the game, and you know, it should be strange. It will be strange if you picked an item, want to drop it, rearrange your inventory, and then oh, it's gone. Or if you can't drop it at all, it can be a lot of items. I will probably do that, but not for now. Not now. You have your properties, sockets, and equipment can be empty for now. What you want to do is specify that on equip your equip that melee weapon. It is done via the instruction under the melee tab. Equip melee weapon and unequip melee weapon. You can just specify the same, it will understand. You want to set up physical attack or other properties to your player, so you need to also add an action. It's done via the stats module, change stat, and then you add and subtract the values you want. I want to add stat physical attack of the player, and the values should be based on the physical attack from the property of the item. The property of the item, we pick the last item equipped because you have just equipped it, so it will remember that so the greatsword will be the last item equipped, so it will pick up its physical attack. And the shame, I really don't know why, but I think there is no other way to do that. I really would like to just specify a specific item, or say just take that property, but for some reasons you only use that one. And when you unequip it, you want to also subtract the same value from the same stat. And that's how the items are done. There are a bunch of other instructions. So for example, for my consumables, I use them usables because my consumables will be also skills. I use a little bit other options. So if you want to have, for example, potion in your hotspot, in your hotbar, you want to have it, so you, of course, you need to properly see how much health will be restored on the consuming it, and you want to have it equipable, just to be able to set it to the hotbar, and you want to have it usable, so check it how use, consume, so you can make it endless, or you can make it real consumable. So for example, if you want to implement a skill that throws fireball, no worries to other weapons you equipped, so just fireball, you can use a consumable without the consuming use parameter, and for example, if you have a fireball, you can specify that the condition of using it is to have enough mana. So here you have conditions. So that's simple. That could be implemented via the inventory, then will be covered in my future devlogs. But now you need to set a bunch of stuff on use. I actually stole them from the game creator assets, so you will also have just find the potion inside the inventory, but you will need to change, so you need to actually change attribute here, and yeah, it will be real consumable. In my game, I will have one weapon, one armor, one helmet slot, 2 slots for Jiverly for specific buffs. So my armor will have buffs for defense, and my Jiverly will have unique buffs, like for example, increased stamina, recover, or on your hit, damage everyone around you in 1 meter. And I have 5 slots for usables to make it, you will see. The tricky part is that so we have our potion, we have our weapons, but when we actually equip armor, we need to equip a lot of prefabs, and my character is now pretty naked, and the Synthes system is that they, by default, in their prefabs they provide, they actually don't have attachable items. They have all items here under the prefab, just hidden from you until you make them appear, and that's the tricky part I had to solve to make my armor being dressed on me. How I did that? Step by step. When your character equips an armor, it sets the string parameter. I don't love the strings, I don't suggest you to use it, but it's a working way, and for me it is the best way because I actually know what the string is. Because of the string, I know what the armor is used. You can specify just 1, 2, 3 depending on the armor, but then you will lost in these IDs. So soldier armor, variable armor, text soldier, and when it unequips, it sets nude. And to do that, you need to have local name variables in your player character with such string setup. and you don't want to have any mistakes in spelling. So when this item is equipped, string here is being changed. Then under my interactions tab, I added some logic. Armor dresser checks if that variable on the player named armor was changed, then it runs a bunch of actions. First of all, it disables all armor that available in that could be active. That could be active. So I don't know what the active actually now. It disables just everything and enables components that were hidden. So for example, if your armor hides, if you need to display, if you need to hide arm to display your gloves properly, so you need to revert it back when you unequip it. And that's made, the reason I made it that way is that because you can just unequip armor without actually equipping anything else, therefore you need to revert everything back. And to revert everything back, I think it's kind of fair to not use to not set up specific items that you want to revert back. Even if it will cost a little bit more computing power, it's just better for me to run universal disable that just disables everything and after that enables what is needed. So given we are naked, to enable what is given in these actions, soldier and rogue actions, actually should rename it to thief. Nevertheless, it checks if the string of the player local variable armor equals soldier, and if yes, it sets active the bunch of items that are already on the player, and you want to have it under the same prefab when you will be working with the prefabs. So for example, hips male soldier, and then it will be set it active. So there are a lot of stuff, but it's a pretty straightforward way. It's just being performed via set active action. As simple as that. And if it's rogue, it will be thief. So armor. Let me rename it. And you always checking up same condition, so you won't have a situation when your string has multiple values. It just won't work. You will be naked that way. So it's pretty. So it shouldn't be bugging. The thing you just want to be sure is that your condition is actually working, because for example, for some reasons when I specified the game objects and the item itself as a variable, I couldn't do that. So here is how to enable everything, but the disabler feature is pretty tricky to not make. For example, here for the torso I have almost 30 objects, and to not make set active, and not to deactivate them in that way manually, there is a little trick. Then you can add a local list variable to the parent item, or whenever you want it, you just need proper links to it and from it, and specify that it is game object, and then specify the game objects you want to be used in that feature, and then in the actions of universal disabler I have, you want to use action. Let me see. Loop list. Loop list for the each. So loop list runs one loop in which each object under the list is being run with these actions. So here I have local list variables linked, and for these local list variables, disable action is being run. What it does, as simply as it looks, for a target object, it deactivates it, and that's it. And that runs just a bunch of loops in a consecutive order, and then it activates the items that have to be activated for the naked character. And that's really works just as it looks. So let me show it. Probably even okay, it should be fine. Here is my character. Here is the chest. I am opening it. That's the basic animation from the game creator asset. We can click up its basic functionality of the game creator, or you can just take all, then it will be closed, and then I press I, and here it is. Here is my inventory. I can click on anything and see the equipment. I will be improving that UI. I just stole it from the game creator now. It's just for me to make things fast. And for example, I can press equip, or I can just drag and drop my armor, and then it kind of works pretty perfectly. And then I can equip that one. When I equip one, when I equip other, it unequips the previous one, so all actions are working. I also have some hoods. For example, I have my hood here, and for the hood I specify that I want to disable hair when the hood is on. And for the hair, I'm disabling the parent object that contains all hair, not just one specific one. Let's say greatsword, or for example soldier sword will have a magic attack, so it's displayed, and if greatsword doesn't have, so it is not. And that's it. That's our greatsword. That's our greatsword. And I have a health potion. I can use it here. Oh, by the way, when you open inventory, it's better to lock the lock stuff that allows you to press attack button. And when I press 3, it consumes our potion. So it works. To make that potion being consumed without using our second hand, I made a specific avatar for it. Let me show it to you. Usables potion health. And here on the gesture, you can specify the avatar you are using, so the mask you are using for the animation. The one that game creator had used that alignment. I just made a duplicate and disabled the right hand, because the right hand is the hand that holds my weapon. So the left one will be used for skills and for such consumables all the way. It works pretty fine. I thought there will be problems with that, but in my previous project I had a lot of interactions like that, and that worked just almost perfectly. So yeah, that's actually it for the items. But I just want to just steal everything from the game creator. I will steal a lot because I love how they made the UI here. It's clean and it's simple, but I need to adjust it. For example, there were bigger buttons with the hotbar. You can just move them when you want, and for this UI, I think that my health bar is small, or my hotbars are too big for that, so I'm going to change that. Yeah, I think something like that should be fine. And then I want to specify shortcuts. And expand them. And then I want to have 5 hotbars instead of 3. So I'm going to Control D that. Here I want to say key 4 and key 5. Then let's say hotbar 3 and hotbar 4. And then you need to use another equipment slot for that. And then you want to use another digit, so digit 4, and the digit 5. It actually should be changed to other parameters when you will implement controller support, but that will be in the future. So now we should have a lot of equipment slots. Yeah, something like that. I think I like it. I think it is relatively good. We can make it more compact. By having less spacing. Oh, 0 spacing should be fine. And it would be probably good idea to align that one with to have them in just in one line. Yeah, I think that's it. You know, you don't want to have your UI be too big, because people will be actually looking at your game. Yeah, I love items, and I will probably decrease the size of the health bar in the future, or we can make it less visible, but not for now. I think for now it should be fine. And then I haven't touched my inventory UI, and I want to adjust it. So UI daemon source inventory prefab. That's the prefab I need, or it's usually to open the inventory I added the interaction. So I added the trigger that on the keyboard press I opens bag from the player, and within that bag I have a main equipment component, and it should be specified the bag skin UI you use. I really stole it, but I stole it with a copy paste feature, so it's a unique asset as usually. And here it is. And here it's our so UI. There will be goat, there will be weight. I'm going to leave it for now as is. Let's see what happened when I okay, good. Equipment slot here, here. So what I want to have is that I want to have weapon, helmet, armor, and two javelins. So let me just duplicate it like that. Then I'm going to move that one a little bit higher. Yeah, something like this, I guess. And 2 and 3. Let's say I hope I don't misspell it. So Juberly 2. And for that you need to specify Juberly 1 and Juberly 2 from my equipment. I actually had it already specified, so but you need to set up your own. And then we need to change our hotbar, so that's how they were with the num numbers. You want to change it. I want to change it to 1 to 1 to 2 to 3. Then I want to do this ugly thing. Should be fine. Then I want to yeah, something like that. We have our equipment canvas pretty nicely aligned. And I don't have much space below, but we can do that stuff at least for now, I think. Yeah, that should be fine. And then hotbar and the hotbar. These arrows are usually used to specify the controls when you will be changing the active elements with your controller. I will worry about that later because I'm not implementing controller for now. 5, yeah, that's it. And hotbar usable main 9 and usable main 8. Also, for the proper sorting, you need to specify filters here. So let me see, tap all You want to have your equipment general asset here, like parents of the parents. So let's say not consumables. We can make sort here. And we already specified the weapons here. Here for the equipables, it should be our armor. So say armor main. Then I'm going to leave that thing here. It will be our skills, probably. Yeah, this should be skills. It should be skills and consumables, so it will be... I'm going to leave it the same, but I'm going to specify my usables here. And for the ingredients, I want to have an ingredients, but I think it will be the tab for just everything else. You can here in the right part there is viewport, and there is an UI that specifies the content of your selected cell. So you can also adjust it as you want to. For example, I don't like that it's too big. In the future I'm going to make it a little bit more compact. And then you want to press save. And we will have our inventory UI updated, I hope. Take all. That's not what I intended, but that's a pretty nice alignment. I think I should use it. But as you can see, it is now all sortable. And the new slot kind of works. Pretty great. So what this happens that I have some issues with the alignment. I should be more patient about that. Let's see. So the equipment, it's a layout element that contains everything here, and the hotbar slots have okay, that spacing controls this one. That controls white between layout elements. Oh, okay, and the hotbar has the canvas group component. Let's see what will happen when I disable it. Nothing. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's instantiated the prefab, so yeah. I will fix that and I will return to you with the fix just to not waste your time now. Thank you very much, and that's how basic inventory UI is being made with the inventory system. And you will be able to expand it and change the UI as you like in any alignment you like. You just need to use these same UI scripts. So that's it for today. Have a nice day. Bye bye.